This is TVC News with your host, only one Kenobi. And it's time to go aboard the sail barge. They're up for sale if you want them. Hello there, this is only one Kenobi, only one, and I wasn't quite sure what to call this episode because there's two different things that it could be. Number one, it's news, and I've just started this new series called TVC News, so this is news I've got to talk to you. It's breaking news in the community, but also it's about money, it's about eBay, it's about the sail barge, S-A-I-L sail barge. So I thought, well, I'll use the title music for my new series, which is called the Sail Barge, S-A-L-E. If you're new to the channel, I'm talking to you now if you don't know what this is all about, different title sequences. But yeah, basically, let me cut to the chase that I was in two minds as to whether or not to do this video, because part of me wanted to keep it all a secret because, you know, the less people know about it, the more chance you've got of winning the damn thing. But the truth is that everybody is now finding out about this link. The Hasbro or HasLab, Hasbro Pulse eBay link for the international sales of the barge is now up, although it wasn't official, because I've been checking on Hasbro Pulse every day just looking to see if there's anything there, and there hasn't been. But on EchoBase, which is a Facebook group that I am a member of, someone posted a link to what looked to be a listing for the sail barge via a seller with no record, like zero interaction history or whatever you want to call it. So and the listing was there, and the maths kind of looked about right for the value of what they could sell it for international people. But my first impression was that it's a scam. You know, this is just somebody, it could be anybody. But apparently no, it's been confirmed that Jedi Temple Archives have also confirmed that this is the link, although as of the making of this video there has been nothing officially on the Hasbro Pulse website. But this is it now, so there's loads of people watching it. Yesterday there was about 500 watching. Earlier today there was about 900. Now at the making of this video there was about I've got some notes here because there's lots to say. I think 1,065 people are watching, which is officially more than they have available. And we're going to talk about this later. I'm a little bit angry about this whole thing, to be honest with you. The fact that we have only got or less than 1,000 for the worldwide audience. I mean, in fact, no, let's talk about it now. Star Wars is a global brand. Hasbro is a global brand. Why this thing had to be made in America, meaning the rest of the world don't get a chance to get involved in this, although we do have a chance now, is always been a source of annoyance for myself. And yes, I'm sure there are arguments as to why that happened. The fact that, you know, if it's made in America, they can. But I don't believe that. I don't know why. There's factories in the world elsewhere other than America that they could have done this. I mean, there's Hasbro UK, there's Hasbro Singapore, whatever. I just don't believe that. Or I would like to know why. Teach me. Let me know. Put in the comments why that was. But anyway, the US market, or the people in the US and Canada, got the first dibs on it via the crowdfunding thing, which is a mystery why that even happened, crowdfunding, because, as I say, Hasbro is such a huge company. This has all been said before this, but I'm just saying it again. But anyway, the truth is that, or the fact of the matter is that this is now available on eBay, or it will be as of the 31st of March. We're going to mention that later. I'll make a note now so I don't forget. How are you going to play the game with this? I've got my own sort of strategy. But let's talk maths now. This is on eBay for, in dollars, and I'll convert it to well, you'll see it on the screen now. I'll put it on there again. $499.99 plus US postage of $186.51, which translates to approximately, they've got on eBay, £376.60 and £140.48 in postage, which initially looks quite decent because that adds up to £517.08 total, which looks good. But however, there's more. I did the maths on that last night, but there is another price to take into consideration, which is £122.38 in import fees, which knocks it up to £639.46, which makes sense that makes sense with what was said by the first person who made me aware of this on Echo Base, which is a Facebook group. They said that it's looking like the barge is going to be £640 for us, meaning the rest of the world. That's me in the UK and all of us in the UK, Europe, Australia, and dare I say, this is what makes me very nervous, people in the US who think, hang on a minute, I wouldn't mind a bit of that myself. I missed out on the crowdfunding, whatever, the initial 5,000 and beyond, because it went up to 800, wasn't 8,000, sorry, I'm getting my numbers wrong here. They could get involved. And also what concerns me is, given that this is a legitimate link and it isn't some random person who's trying to scam people, I do believe it is them now, but who's to stop someone buying 10 of them or 20 and scalping them on? There is somebody out there who's already advertised. They're in the US and they've got every right to have bought as many as they could have previously in the initial wave of the US sales. They've got about 13 of them or 12, I can't remember what it was. I saw a photograph which is epic, but clearly that person has bought them all to either sell them on or, you know, at a profit, which, you know, it's business, isn't it? That's possible. But it's just sad to think that we were never here given a chance. I would have funded that thing, you know, backed the barge. I would have backed it, except my hands were tied, and so were yours if you were in the UK. There was no way you could have done it. There were options with Darkside Toys, it was fantastic that they went all out to help get that thing over to this side of the water, but it's just a little bit tricky. It's turning out to be a bit of a rant video, this, isn't it? But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you about it. It's no secret now. The barge is now live on eBay, or I'm talking absolute nonsense. It will be live as of the 31st, and that's the other interesting thing, that they have actually set the eBay profile as seller away, which means that they're on holiday and that nobody can buy it yet. So I don't know how you're going to play it, but I'm going to let you know how I will play it, which will be that I'm planning on kind of staying up on the 30th of March, presuming that by the stroke of midnight, either UK time, it will go live, or the stroke of midnight Eastern time, which will be 5 hours behind us, or most likely it will be 8 hours behind. I'm presuming this thing's in California, I don't know. So that's the way I'm going to play it. So I can set my alarm and get involved, but well, I'm actually divulging now that I do want one now. I really do. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go for this because of the space and the money, but I reckon I can just about stretch it. I can do it, I reckon, and it would be crazy. Watch Victoria's Cantina review on this thing. There's some great reviews. Collectors Hutt Chris does a great video, and thank you for that, Chris, if you're watching this. He picks up the barge and shows you the scale of that thing, and I really appreciate you doing that in that video, because it really gives you an idea of how big this thing is. And I now know in this small I'm already pressed for space in this place anyway. I now know roughly where I could probably have it if I should be lucky enough to get one. Victoria does a great video, and she talks at the end, she does a little speech at the end talking about how rare this thing is, and you know, it would be crazy as a collector and an enthusiast as I am not to get involved and get hold of this, because God knows how much it will cost in the future. Look at the Legacy Falcon, I mean, my God. That's all I wanted to say, just a quick update. I wanted to sort of speak from the heart on how I feel on a few things, and you know, a lot of people share my sentiments. You know, the international community are a little bit like the kids outside looking in. You know, look at all these guys having fun, getting first dibs on these things. That, do you know what? I'm sure we could have made 20,000 of these things. I'm not Hasbro, but they could have made a lot more, and I'm sure they would have shifted one way or another. I'm sure they would have. Let me just check I haven't forgotten anything here. Just wanted to talk to you about Jedi Temple Archives. People are talking about it on Facebook. Was it a scam? Wasn't it? Is it a scam? But I'm pretty sure it's not. That's the legitimate link. So check it out on eBay. There was a lot of people watching as of the making of this video. It was 1,065 watching. My God, lots of people have got their eye on this thing. Will we get one? Will I get one? Will you get one? It's crazy, isn't it? There's lots going on at the minute. So thank you very much for watching this episode of the Sail Barge. It's all about, it's a big purchase. That if you are interested, let me know in the comments if you are interested, if you're going to get one. Are you going to have a punt at this? Let me know. Anyway, all good. Thank you for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One, out.